Should I double down on my expertise or diversify? If you've ever felt torn between mastering your craft and expanding into new areas, you're not alone. This is one of the most misunderstood questions in career growth. I hear people say, be a specialist, others say be a generalist, and somewhere between those two extremes you're left wondering which one will actually move your career forward. Here's the truth, both sides are right and both can be wrong, because this is not a choice between depth and breadth. It's a balance. Too much depth and you can risk being boxed in, the person who is brilliant at that one thing but invisible outside of it. Too much breadth and you become forgettable, the person who knows a little about everything but isn't trusted with anything critical. The real key is applying both intentionally, strategically, and in the right sequence. Your goal is not to learn everything, it's to master what matters and then learn enough around it to multiply your impact. Imagine you're learning like a letter T. The vertical bar represents the depth, the thing you're becoming known for, your expertise, your niche, the craft that you've spent years refining, your core area of expertise. It's where you build credibility, reputation, and income as well. It's the foundation of your career product, the what you do that others depend on. Then there is a horizontal bar representing breadth, the range of adjacent knowledge, soft skills, and cross-functional awareness that make you versatile. This is what helps you collaborate, lead, and innovate. It's how you translate your depth into impact across the organization. Depth gives you authority, breadth gives you mobility, and together they give you leverage. That's the power of the team model. Here's how it plays out. If you only specialize, you might become exceptional at solving one kind of problem, but when that problem stops being relevant, so does your advantage. If you only generalize, you stay adaptable but struggle to stand out. That's why career growth is always a game of leverage. Depth gives you value, breadth gives you visibility, and leverage comes when those two start amplifying each other. Think of it like this, your depth earns you the seat at the table, your breadth helps you keep it there. Let's start with the vertical, your depth. This is your master zone, the skill, craft, or domain that forms the spine of your career. It could be data analysis, process design, UX research, finance modeling, leading operations. Whatever it is, this is what you want to be known for. It's the area that defines your reputation, builds trust, and increases your earning potential. Without it, you're replaceable. With it, you become irreplaceable. But depth alone is not enough, because mastery without mobility can turn into stagnation as well. That's where breadth steps in. Breadth is how you evolve from doing to leading. It's communication, collaboration, leadership, business acumen, all the skills that help you connect your expertise to a bigger picture. It's the language that lets you talk to people outside of your domain. It's how you influence without authority and translate your ideas into impact across the teams. Breadth turns specialists into strategists. It's what lets you stay relevant as industries evolve, tools change, and business priorities shift. Think of your career stages. As an individual contributor, your depth wins. As a manager, your breadth scales it through others. As an executive, your synthesis of both defines your leadership brand. You don't outgrow the T-shape, you just expand it continuously. You don't need to know everything, you just need to know what makes you rare and what lets you translate that rarity into broader value. Your vertical is what makes you trusted, your horizontal is what makes you promotable. So first, build your depth, go all in on becoming exceptional at something that matters. Then expand outward, learn the surrounding disciplines, soft skills, systems that help you multiply the impact of your expertise. That's how you go from being skilled to being strategic. But here are the few traps I see all the time. People who learn a bit of everything but never become great at anything. People who go deep for years and suddenly realize they can move sideways or up. People who confuse hobbies with strategic breadth, learning what's fun instead of what's useful. People who try to do both at the same time and end up spreading too thin. And finally, people who copy someone else's learning path without checking if it aligns with their career equation. Your T-shape has to fit your stage, your strength, and your future direction, not someone else's template. Your T-shape is not fixed, it evolves just like you. Early in your career, your focus is depth, mastery of your craft. Mid-career, your focus shifts to breadth, connecting across people, functions, and systems. Senior stage, you start integrating both, turning experience into vision and vision into influence. Every 6 to 12 months, revisit your T. Ask, am I deepening enough to stay valuable? Am I broadening enough to stay adaptable? Because your growth lies in that tension between focus and expansion. Now is your turn to plot your shape. Open your T-shaped learning plan. Define your vertical line, your depth. What's the one area you want to master and be known for? The thing that forms your professional identity. Then define your horizontal line, your breadth. Which complementary skills, communication tools, or business areas help you expand that mastery? Plot your current shape. What's strong, what's missing, what's overextended. Design one action to deepen and one action to broaden. Maybe it's a certification to deepen your craft, or shadowing another department to broaden your perspective. Take into consideration your career stage as well. Review it every quarter. Has your vertical deepened? Has your horizontal expanded meaningfully? Your T is not just a model, it's your career learning blueprint. It connects what makes you excellent with what makes you scalable. So should you specialize or stay broad? The answer, as usually, is both, but in a rhythm, not competition. Depth gives you power, breadth gives you perspective. Together they give you longevity. Every professional journey is a process of shaping your T one line at a time. Go deep enough to stand out, go broad enough to stay relevant, and remember, the best careers are never flat. They are layered, intentional, and built through the compound growth of depth and range.